Hi there, this is a cry for help, please. I'm requesting Conspiracy Cats, can you please?
When you scroll, you'll see when.
Hey. Welcome to the fifth and final part of our review of Nathan and his friends' answers to Dave's 10 questions.
As you can see, we have moved in today. It was snowing and blowing today, so we couldn't stay in our usual place.
Now we take a look and see how they answer Dave's last 2 questions. Arctic. You can't show that. NASA will not be so happy. We can't show the internal live broadcasts from Antarctica.
Sorry. That was a mistake. You have to promise not to tell anyone what you saw. Now I think we found the right channel.
There we have them. So far, they haven't been able to answer any of Dave's questions. How do you think they will succeed with the last 2 questions?
They have admitted that they have no map. They have no model for how the flat Earth looks and works. Nor do they have a model for how the sun and moon work. All they seem to have is a black swan. I don't think they managed to answer the last 2 questions.
Okay, let's hear what the fools have to say this time.
Number 9. Take some flights, like any direct flight in the southern hemisphere. Whoops, shouldn't that be impossible? Better yet, fly between 2 cities 2 different ways, the shortest way on the globe and the shortest way on the flat Earth. Which one do you think will be faster? I'm just joking. I know that none of you will ever be employed long enough to afford a private jet, but next time you're on a regular plane, notice that flights going east or west are not constantly turning slightly to one side, as you seem to believe they all must be. Yeah, you would notice that. If humanity is unfortunate enough that you've actually procreated, send your kid up to the cockpit to meet the pilot and snap a pic of the wheel. What do you know? Straight as an arrow.
Take some flights.
Yeah,
I used to be an international rep. I've travelled everywhere. You'd struggle to find somewhere I haven't been. Take some flights. Yeah, every single flight I took, what I witnessed on the flights was endless numpties, rows and rows of them with headphones on, listening to a shit series of radio channels and watching crap television that you couldn't really watch with engine noise, or trying to get to sleep, or trying to get drunk, or reading a magazine or book. That's what I witnessed. What I did on my flights when I flew all over the world, undoubtedly flew a lot more than Professor Dave will ever do in his entire lifetime, was I witnessed the flat plane below us. I also witnessed the horizon, which was claimed to be a physical sphere edge that should bend at the altitudes I was flying at, never bending, just seeing endless flat plane beneath me. So, if you want to go for a pissing competition, Professor Dave, I've taken a damn sight more flights than you ever will. Now maybe there's other people out there like Wolfie, thank you very much indeed for supporting my GoFundMe campaign, who've taken more flights than I have. And they might well lie to you about the horizon being a physical geometric edge that bends at altitudes that they don't achieve, and they claim not to be able to bend until you get higher, according to their priests like Neil deGrasse Tyson. But so what? If you're going to claim that flights are going to prove some sort of sphereiness, then I'd like to know how. Because even your Neil deGrasse Tyson priest tells you that you can't see curvature, that would be if you reify the edge of the sphere into the horizon, until you reach about 120,000 feet. Right, what's his pièce de résistance then? What's number 10? Do anything scientific at all ever?
And number 10. Do anything legitimately scientific at all. Publish anything whatsoever about your model in anything reputable anywhere. Invent any technology based on your model. Do anything at all that could be considered actual empirical science. Here's a hint, you may have to study some real science to do it, but then of course you would immediately learn that the Earth isn't flat, so it probably won't be of much use.
Didn't we open this with him saying that the model he's going to be comparing should have hypothesis validated for it? Do something with science. You don't know what science is if you're talking about hypothesis at the beginning of this little presentation. What the hell are you talking about? Tell us what the hypothesis was you were talking about at the beginning of this presentation. Then I'll take you seriously when you mention the word science. Nothing you've done ever to do with this subject, ever, was scientific, Professor Dave. You will not give me any scientific evidence. We've spent the last 6 months asking for a single viable hypothesis from any of the fields of astronomy, cosmology, or astrophysics, and there's none. Science? How dare you? All you have in your heliocentric reification fallacy is pseudoscience. Does anybody have anything to add? I'm going to round out the live show, if not.
Did something scientific on this very panel. You got an egg, added a bit of mass to the medium, and it made the egg move. Now, if F equals ma, and the A, the acceleration, was the egg moving, then there must have been a force there. Well, here's the thing, it went the opposite way to what your model would predict, because if I add mass below the egg, that would attract the mass, wouldn't it, on your model? But it didn't do that. It pushed the egg away. So we have done an experiment scientifically, and you haven't even credited us for it, but it debunks your notion of gravity. Have a great day.
Yeah, I mean, he says a lot of stupid stuff here, and he says that invent any technology based on. Have you ever heard anything more stupid than that? I mean, what technology advances have we got? The non-existing globe. That's what I would like.
No, spot on. I mean, I had no intention of going through Professor Dave's nonsense. But the fact that we've done it on a live show while I'll be sat here anyway is, brilliant. I've got no issue with doing that. So thank you very much for bringing it to our attention, even though I wouldn't have necessarily watched his video. I feel like I've got the general gist of his straw man fallacies, his burden of proof reversal fallacies, his stereotyping fallacies, his reification fallacies. Yeah, we got the general gist, so.
Their stupidity is constantly reaching new heights.
Nathan's answer to the question about aircraft. Is he sober? Or is he so incredibly stupid that he doesn't understand such a clearly articulated question? Nathan's logic is that if anyone can do something, then they are not credible. If you are a pilot, you are not credible. If you, like me, are a photographer, you cannot do anything about image analysis. If you are a scientist, you are lying. I think this is about Nathan and his comrades suffering from inferiority complexes. They despise everyone who knows more than they can in any area.
None of the 10 questions they have been able to answer.
Now we have looked carefully at all their answers to Dave's 10 questions.
Yes, they seem so stupid that they do not understand that they do not really understand much. Sleeping Warrior and his eggs. Is he so incredibly stupid that he thinks he proved that there is no gravity with the ridiculous experiment? It is inconceivable that anyone can believe in these idiots. It recognizes that they have no map, no model, no explanation for how a flat Earth works. Nor do they know how sun and moon work. All they think they know is that the Earth is not a globe.
It is obvious that they are idiots and deceivers.
Yes, I can't make any other conclusion.
That's all for now. Thanks for watching.